Hello there everyone, it's Niran here and welcome to episode 7 of our Aston Villa FIFA 14 career mode. Of course, last episode you may remember that we somehow beat Manchester City 3-1 and then beat Hull City 1-0. Well, in today's episode we have another 2 Premier League games, this time up against Spurs, so it doesn't get any easier even. And then we've got Everton as well as our second game. Just here quickly flicking through the players' squad reports there and the scout reports. For some reason, Fellaini still plays for Everton. As you'll see, well, you may not see, I don't know, but later on you'll see Gareth Bale still plays for Tottenham, yet Soldado does. Why Bale hasn't been transferred to Real Madrid is beyond me, and then why it's not consistent, and I don't get it, but I know why. Obviously, I didn't download the latest updates. That's my fault, but I didn't realise it would go back to like last year's FIFA updates. Anyway, that's by the by. First game of the episode is up against Tottenham here. I'm just making a few changes actually to the squad. Bakley and Bruma will be our wingers today. Weimann drops to the bench. I just wanted to see how Bakley would get on in this game. A little bit of a trickier one for him at home to Spurs. At home, yes, but on our good run of form, we'll be looking to try and get something out of this game, even if it is just a draw. But first of all, Guzan comes out to the onrushing Benoit Suakoto and decides that heading it is the best option, and Suakoto gets the rebound. Anyone else on the ball, and that might have been in. Moments later, good challenge there from Aaron Lennon's possession, but Dembele slams it in off the post in the unlucky 13th minute to give Tottenham the lead. That was disappointing. I was too angry to see the replay, to be honest, because we did everything right. We made a great challenge, but we lost the goal. That was a bit disappointing, but Bakley set the own goal, one-on-one with Hugo Lloris. Maybe I should have finessed it instead of trying to blast it, but it was a good save from Lloris. But moments later, Bruma there, what a signing he's turning out to be. On the 26th minute, great celebration to match the goal. Brilliant finish on his left foot on the half volley from, was it Nzogbia who played it? No, it was Bakley. So both of the new signings combining to get us back in the game, and that was a great equaliser to make it 1-1. Moments later though, Aaron Lennon set the own goal, and what a challenge that is. Yoris Akore is steadily becoming my favourite player in this Aston Villa team, because that is just a great challenge to break up the play, and we go forward. Bakley there giving it to Fabian Delph. He puts it over the top for Benteke, and it becomes 2-1 with almost a completely identical goal to Bruma. Have you noticed also that every goal is on the 13th minute? That's a bit odd. So the first goal 13, add another 13 you get 26, and add another 13 you get 39, which is the minute Benteke just scored, and that's obviously a complete coincidence, but that made it 2-1. Then in the second half, Bruma setting through Benteke, a nice little touch there, and holding off the challenger, I think Vertonghen in the end, to produce the save from Hugo Lloris. He's unable to get the rebound, and it is in fact cleared. And then literally nothing happened until the end of the game there. Van Ginkel there with the strike late on. That was probably a bit of a stupid idea. I should have just tried to hold on to possession, but I did go forward. I did try to get the third goal, and that was it. Spurs putting up little resistance really in the second half in terms of trying to get on level terms, but they were very tricky to play against in the first 10 minutes of the game, completely bossing me. But after they scored, they weren't really able to get back into it. Obviously, as you can see, they had more possession in the game, 53% to 47%, but we did have more shots, just 5-4, but all of our shots on target, really clinical, which is something I haven't really been able to say, to be quite honest, about my strikers this season, but that was a great showing from them. Ratings-wise, Christian Benteke getting a great rating along with Fabian Delph. None of them getting man of the match though, and Bakley and Bruma also getting good ratings. Now here is the monthly youth squad report from England. I'm tempted to just bring my guy back from England because he's not getting me anything. The first guy, not really. DJ Miller there with some decent potential, but realistically he's not going to reach that if he's not even 60 stat. A, because he's not going to get a game because he's not 60 stat, and B, because he just won't grow that fast. You know, that's going to take a real miracle for that to happen. As you can see here, just a scout report I got back from France for some young strikers there. Wesley Said from FC Rennes, Origi as well, I think from Lost Lille, that's the one. Corentin Jean, who actually made a video, not about, but he was in a video of mine on FIFA 13 of youngsters to watch out for. There, he got the scout report as well. David Ospina, Mamadou Sakho, who hasn't been transferred to Liverpool yet. I don't know where that's at. And Clement Grenier, who had already actually asked my scouts to scout before, but clearly they felt the need to go and do that again. And then an update from Norway, which I found to be a very good place to scout for players actually here. Ben Spencer, an 18-year-old striker from America who plays for Molde FK, and Bard Frine, I think I might have said that right even, is what I meant to say. A Norwegian striker from SK Brann. But now here we have Alan Hutton handing in a transfer request. In all honesty, I'm not really that fussed. To be honest, I mean, you know, Alan Hutton is not someone who's going to be getting in the team that much. He is disappointed at the lack of matches. I tried to sell him in the summer, actually, but he's handed in a transfer request even, and it looks as if he'll be sold in January. But here now, the second game of the episode up against Everton. Just changing the team actually slightly. I decided to swap out Fabian Delph, you might see that, for Gary Gardner to give him a chance in the starting lineup. The front three is exactly the same, and bar that, no changes to the starting 11. Mason Bennett makes it onto the bench as well, because he's shown to be quite good actually in cup games so far. His ratings don't really match that, but he has been good for me. Now, here the first chance of the game, nice little bit of interplay between Benteke and Brewer. Brewer away, the shot there, forcing the save from Howard, and Bakkali is there to head it in. This front three is proving to be an extremely clinical front three. There, if I can just about get my words out. Going into this game, we found ourselves unbelievably in second place in the Premier League, and we took an early lead here in the 4th minute there. Bakkali with a simple header into a effectively empty net. Howard tried to get there and in the process took down Seamus Coleman, but that was a good goal. Now next up, Bruma, fed in by Nzogbia, a nice ball, takes it, great bit of control there, but unfortunately the shot going wide. From the corner later on there, Okore with the header and Tim Howard having to tip it over the bar. In reality, Everton were quite hard to break down there as Nzogbia shoots wide, but I was able to create chances, but not a huge amount of them here. Van Yinkel's volley at the far post blocked by Heitinger, but they were quite hard to break down. Byman there cutting inside, and very unlucky with the second strike to hit the post. Tim Howard was, I think, unable to save that. Fellaini there with the ball in right at the end. I was fearful because headers are slightly OP on here. I didn't know if the Everton player would get his head on it and make it 1-1, but fortunately for me, even not unfortunately, fortunately for me, that didn't happen, and it ended 1-0 there, thanks to that 4th minute goal. Matthew Lowton, who's been proving to be a great player rating-wise this season, gets another man of the match. Great performances there for the whole back four, as well as Nzogbia, Van Yinkel, Bakkali and Bruma all getting good ratings. For some reason, Westwood only getting a 4.3. I don't know why. Substitutes seem to get odd ratings as well. Byman 5.8. Benteke, they're only there with a 6.4 now. Just to quickly end the stats here of some of the players from this season. Guzan playing 9 games there. Lowton with 10 games and 3 clean sheets. Okore there playing 9. This isn't based on stats because they only go up once a month, and it hasn't been a different month since last episode. There, Klein with 11 games, and Zogbia 11 and 2 assists. Van Yinkel there, 2 assists from 8 games. Fabian Delph with 1 goal in 9. Vyman with 2 goals in 9, as is Bakkali, also with 2 assists. Christian Benteke with 7 goals in 11 games. Bruma with 2 in 9. And Mark Albright there with 3 games to his name. Clark and Luna having only played 1 there. Gary Gardner, interestingly, playing 7 games, 2 of those in the Capital One Cup. He's got 2 assists. Agbolahor, only 2 games, though, this season for us there. And then some of the other players as well. Helenius there having played 1 game. Some of these guys I'm going to try and get into squads later on in the season in Capital One Cup games. And I hate to say it, but Premier League games I think I can win. That doesn't usually go that, to script, usually. But hopefully I'll be able to get a bit of squad rotation going on, because I'm starting to use the same players over and over again, and they're not really some of the reserve players and bench players. Their morale is starting to dip. But here is the final table from this episode. Manchester United top by 4 points ahead of Aston Villa. We are second in the league on 21 points. Not a great goal difference, to be quite honest, but that doesn't really matter. But 21 points, incredible start to the season. And world class is very difficult for me. I've just got very lucky. Really, all our wins pretty much by 1 goal, which is interesting. Liverpool there third, and a Newcastle, Spurs, Chelsea and Arsenal there have recovered from bad starts to the season. Man City there in 8th, ahead of Fulham. Southampton, who are in real life really bossing things, actually, I have to say. It's been great watching them. Everton there down in 13th after we beat them. And Cardiff and Crystal Palace creeping out of the relegation zone. But I'm hoping you've enjoyed this episode. Like and subscribe if you did. Comment about enjoying it if you enjoyed it that much. I hope you've had a great half term for those of you who have been on half term. Have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye. Is that dramatic music in the background? Oh yes it is, because now I can take third back. I believe in myself. I can take third back from this noob. I can do it. Here we go now, lunging down. We're going to go around the outside, and no, it's not happened. It's not happened at all.